We are coming on the air at this hour with news of a school shooting in South Florida.
I walked into my high school, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, with 3,000 students. So I was a freshman, I was 15 years old. And then suddenly you are crouched under a chair in your school auditorium with administrators with the very obvious look that they have equally as little idea as what's happening as you do. I think that realizing in a moment that as a freshman, I might not walk out of school this day. That was the day I became a survivor. My name is Ryan Servaites. I'm 17 years old and I live in Parkland, Florida. When I originally started in activism, it was fundamentally just a way to cope. I knew me and my friends weren't gonna just let the pain we had sit there. We were gonna do something about it. When March for Our Lives first started, I was involved, but I wasn't involved in the way that I'm involved now. The moment that changed was after the march. I remember coming back to school and the energy of that crowd showed me what power is. And there's a power in realizing that people around you feel the same pain that you do. And that was probably the first time I realized how important activism and politics was, and more than that, how important people are in influencing the systems that govern their lives. I ended up organizing some little events, and then I eventually ended up going on the Road to Change tour, which essentially was a multi-state tour where we would go around talking to young people, organizers, about the importance of voting. We talked about policy, we talked about our experiences. And the goal is really just to kind of, I think, put a human face in politics and show young people that you can equally do this. Of, what March for Our Lives was advocating for and of the gun violence prevention space. In large part, it is obviously an issue in policy, but it's in equal part an issue of democracy. For me, voting is so important, not just in determining on a more macro level who determines the overall condition of the country, but also on a more local level. Who can you work with? If you're an organizer, you want to vote people in who are going to be able to work with you and take what you have to say and value that. So I'm currently serving on the Youth Congress for March for Our Lives. It's a group of organizers and activists from across the country, and a big part of what we do is making sure that we are providing resources and platforms and help and guidance in some cases to activists and groups and communities that need it. I don't think we are going to stop fighting until we are sure that we have done all we possibly can do to try to help realize that future, a future where we can feel safe, where you're not afraid that you're sending your kid off to school for the last time. We want to create a society where young people feel valued, where they feel like their voice matters, where they feel like they can actually go out there and change the world.